Good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another me making silly maps. It's got to happen. Dun, 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 dun. Spacebar. Go away, go away, go away, go away thing. Lots of videos that make silly sounds on the start of this game. Come on, stop it now. Let me in. Quicker, quicker. Anyway, I hope everyone's all right. We are going to... I might do a couple of different things, but back to the editor, back to the prefab editor to make the sixth and final room required to make the full kind of mod overhaul-y map kind of deals. And today we're going to make the bedroom. We're going to make the bedroom. And a lot of the assets have already been done by the lovely Labrat crew. If you want to join us, please. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Every time I do this, I forget. Look, here's the little blocks that I don't want. But this is okay because it means I can delete these. These get in the way. These are invisible structural blocks that I put in. And I haven't put my little mod in there yet. But what I want to do is I want to delete some of these things, basically. But in order to do that, let's start off with going to a copy of the lounge, which I called bedroom. And we're going to try and do some funky stuff with this one, make something a little bit more interesting. But first, we've got the most critical thing to do, which is to try and see if we can not crash the machine, not crash everything by deleting everything inside. This is what we want to do, and I will do my best. I'm going to place that there. I'm going to keep the picture in. I'm going to keep the little borders in. I'm going to keep the edge of the door in. And I might have to, I might have to edit what I'm going to select. So we're going to go from here. Yeah, that'll do. And I can kill that bit later. And I might keep this in there as well. So let's try and bring that down to this position here and then bring this up. And you will see that this will push my machine somewhat. If you're going to delete 1,000 blocks in one go. It kind of causes a few problems. So what level is that up? That is at that level. I don't know. I think that's going to do. We're going to hit the button and we're going to see what happens. So if everything crashes, I'll be back online in a bit. But I press J and then you can see everything stops flashing. I can't move my mouse. Nothing works. And we just have to cross our fingers and pray that it's all going to work. And all these structural blocks that basically keep everything from falling down, these are invisible normally in the game. But I keep forgetting to delete them sometimes, and it causes me a bit of a problem because when I try and place a block, there's this invisible thing in the way. So you kind of edit them without the actual, or you place them without, and edit them without the mod. And when you put the mod on, everything goes completely disappearing. Oh, we have our first little visitor of the evening, Angel Eyes, over on Twitch. Good evening. Jim has sent me the files. Jim has sent me the files because I've just posted that I needed the files off him. He sent me the files. He sent me some last night, and he hasn't sent me anything today. He hasn't sent me anything today. Last time he said, I'll do some more assets for you in a bit. Unless the assets... Oh, hang on. This has come back on. We're back online. If I save this, and then what did he call his assets? Let me just check. I'm going to re-download his files, and then we're going to have a look at them. He just called them assets 4, so maybe they were there. I thought he didn't... He messaged me afterwards. Oh, so it is there. Sorry. I'm confused because he messaged today as if he'd done it. There they are. This is the box. No. He was talking about a weapons rack that he did. He hasn't sent me that. He's done the weapons rack. But he's done this one, which is very good, which we need to take. This is like the crate deal. So we're going to copy this one and we're going to plonk that. I don't know what this is meant to be. That was a work in progress. If I go back to the storage room, Jen's storage room, and when I'm in here, I go and go to this little block here. This is where we want to place it. We're going to place this in here, and we're going to replace this block. But he has not sent me any files. I haven't got any files sent from him to do with the weapons rack for this room. That's not in there. Let's place that in. And there we go. Look at that. Heratoga has created this box here, which looks a lot better. And I'm going to sneeze. Phew, that's a freebie. There you go. You can see in here, this is what I've been battling against. I forgot to delete all of these bits and bobs. Not the end of the world. I can do that later. But that does look loads better. That looks great. And so we've got the giant hot dog of comedy from last night. But yeah, that looks cool. So yeah, I just need the updated file from him if we're going to do that. Or he's going to have to re-look and tell me how he sent it to me, because I don't have anything on Discord whatsoever. I will check again. Has he sent them within the thing? I made the weapon rack, he said. No files. No, nothing at all. No files in direct messaging from him. Nothing like that. Oh, well, we will work that one out later. So this... Oh, my God, blimey. Which way up am I? Oh, it looks like I accidentally deleted the bottom part as well. That's not a problem. We're just going to fix that. We're going to place some more blocks over here. And then once we've done this, we'll restart the game with the mods. And we'll be able to... we'll be able to basically not see annoying blue blocks everywhere and things like that. So... let's have a look. I don't know. No more files, nothing like that. I don't know if you can give him a shout, Angel Eyes. That'd be great. It would be nice if you could place these 1,000 blocks. Oh, it'll take some time. I also need to clear my hands out. We've got a lot of rubbish lying about in our hands. Also, look at that. The shadows go crazy. So let's try and do a bit of clearing up here. I'm going to clear this bit up. And I'm going to clear... Do you know what I might do? I think it might just be easier. It might just be easier to recopy this. I think I'm just going to get rid of it, because we can copy that from a different POI much more easily later on. And it means I can just clear this out completely and utterly, get rid of all this stuff. We'll get rid of the lot. We'll get rid of the lot. And then this room is going to become the bedroom, but we're going to change the shape of it as well, I think, tonight. I'll show you why, because we're going to take our thoughts from Jen's actual POI herself. She has a bedroom there, and it would be nice to recreate some of that. It's got some funky kind of ceiling work that I quite like. So we're going to give that a go. So we're going to delete all of that, and then maybe I'm going to take a strip of this, and I'm going to put that across there. Just to finish this off. I'm not quite sure where we're going to put doors or anything like that. We shall see. But what I'm doing at the moment is just tidying up the outsides and making it a bit pretty, ready to go. So, a few things there. Get the paintbrush out. Pick whatever current colour. He's currently not online. That's all right. Okay, well, yeah, he sent me some other files before, but it doesn't matter. We can do it a different day. It's okay. Oh, hang on. We don't want that. There's a bit of chimney. Got a chimney on us. Right, excellent. Why has this got two of these? I have no idea why it's got two of those. I think we're building something else here. So I'm just going to remove it all. I think it's going to be easier. We can always copy and paste. Right, okay. Quick fix here. And we have the start of the bedroom. Now, it looks a bit mucky on screen right now, but if I hit save, and then I exit the game, add the mouse map mods, gosh, the mouth isn't working, then all will be good. So if I go to my mods right now, and I copy all of those, in fact, I've got a whole bunch of weird mods on here from when I was making a video earlier. So I'm going to have to take those off and put those somewhere. There we go, chuck them in there. So let me just check. In my mods folder on this other screen here, I have all the different bits that I need. Fantastic. So we can play the game now. And now when we go in, we are going to have a rotate all workstations. We're going to have no fog. We're going to have the special boots so we can jump around like a mouse. The giant traders. We're not going to have time will not move in game. And of course, those structural air blocks will become invisible. It's been weird seeing him on camera. Well, I've already seen him on camera before, not in such high resolution as this new one. but I had seen him before. A long time ago, he did try something. But yeah, it's kind of different, isn't it? You kind of imagine someone and then you hear their voice and you kind of, you imagine what they look like. And I don't know. Is he what you expected as a person? Does he look like his voice? That's the question. I already knew what he looked like, so it's kind of made nothing to me. But yeah, it's good that he's got a camera. He needs to start trying to get that going on his YouTube videos, or at least say hello or something. It'd be kind of nice. Or do live streams. That would be amazing. Especially with that mod he does. It'd be kind of cool. But then it was the same first time we saw you, Angel Eyes. We were like, oh, there's Angel Eyes, you know. Oh, look at that. Everything's a little bit clearer now. The light's looking a bit better. We don't have all this kind of horrible floor deal. We've got something weird going on down here. We've got some... oops, let me just check my paintbrush as it decided to go off this mode. Right. Let's bring this back to basics. I think we've done that. We're not going to use these colours. We'll do different ones. But if I've got these set up, then at least I know what one room's got that I'm not going to use in another. So, if we save that, we are now going to go to Jen's and we're going to pick out features of her bedroom that we're going to make into 20 times. That's the wrong Jen. That's my Jen. We're going to take specific features of her bedroom, and we are going to kind of reconstruct these or use them as inspiration. So this is her bedroom as it is now, but it's got this lovely roof deal going on. And I kind of feel like it'd be nice to do something interesting with the roof. So what I'm going to do, we've got the bathroom. We've got our bathroom. Our bathroom is going to be connected to it. Our bathroom looks a bit different. But if I take, I don't know, like this block here, this one, something in my way here. There's something in the way. Do. Right, there we go. And then we've got this, and we've got to, do we need a bit of this? We don't really need any of this. So let me bring this in here. So we've got her bedroom per se, and I'm going to take a copy of that. And then we're going to go all the way back to our bedroom. Oops, if I could spell bedroom. He looks different from his logo. He doesn't have a picture of himself from his logo, does he? Oh, he is doing a face reveal. Nice. Come on, open up. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take said little bit of POI, and if we paste this here, then this is the size of it compared to our room. And we're going to try to make something like this. And we know that this goes up and there's one block over. So I kind of thought, well, I wanted to kind of work out how tall this is. So this is 1, 2, 3 tall. And then it just goes to the 4th to the 5th as such. And then ours is 100. Ours is 5. So what we need to do is we need to kind of basically slope up from 4 to 2. No, to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 blocks. And that's 4. I think I've selected half of 4. No, I haven't. A bit weird. Let me just put these up like this so I can actually see them. This is the problem when you're working with dinky blocks. Dun dun. Right, let's have a look here. So 1, 2, 3. I think ours isn't quite that tall, but it's good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks. So it's on the half. So it's 3.5 blocks before it starts sloping up. We might not be able to do that. And then we're going to go over 1, 2, 3. So 3.5 blocks. That's 2 blocks. The house is only 3.5 blocks, isn't it? So that's going to be 20, 60, 70. And our actual POI itself is only, is that 70? Because we've got a smaller POI. It kind of looked better when it was reduced. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here, but I definitely want to have a feature of something or other. So this would be a bed. There's that. So, yeah, we're going to do something that makes it look taller, I think. I think what we might do is we might come down from somewhere like 65. We might do it at a lower position. So what's that one? Well, we can just try it and see. There's 65. So at this point, I want to build on the hole. I want to get some kind of diagonal, and I don't think it's going to be 45 degrees. No, it's a sloper, so it's a wedge, like a wedge 60 deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the roof off here, just so we can see. Boink, there's the roof. Delete that. And then now we've got the roof off, we can kind of try and make something a little bit different. It's just the reason it's smaller in height than the normal one is it just aesthetically looked a little bit better when making the mouse maps, because you're not going to get up there. But we're going to try this. We're going to try this, and we're just going to see where it goes. So in order to go in that direction, we need some kind of block. We'll take a wooden block, and then we'll get something like a wedge 60, and we'll try a wedge 60. Give me everything. A wedge 60, these two, and we'll just see what this looks like. I don't know what this is going to look like. I've gone onto the concrete. Let's make it wood. Go into advanced rotation, and then boom, boom, boom. So we've got that. So we're going to be doing this kind of deal here. If I make a little section of these, then we've got something to copy and paste, like so. And then we take the other one. This might be the right kind of slope direction straight away. Maybe. Don't know. We're going to see. Oops-a-daisy. And then if we take that up to here, level 50! Get to work, mate. Oh, yeah, you are. Soz, dude. Joy of work. That's going to have to go across there. And then that would go up here. So this is going to, if we do this, like Jen's POI, it's going to look a lot bigger than all the other maps. And I always thought in that room it looked quite small. This is where the, as I say, the aesthetics and it kind of deceives you somewhat. So if we do this only to one block, the one block is 20, 24, 20, then that would bring us all the way up there, which might be too much. So why don't we take this to 40? What's that? 37, 38, 39, 40. And if we did that, then we would be in a situation where, well, it would be a lot taller POI. Not that I want people to be up here, because if they're up here, they're not going to be able to, the players that they're playing are out of view. But it's the aesthetics of it all. I'm thinking of taking this down again. I think this could be lower. I think this could be lower. I think from our point of view, it's, let's do this. That's the right distance. I think we could take this down another 10 and it would still look good in this POI. So I'm going to copy it. No, I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to delete. I hate it when I hit the wrong buttons. I hate it when I hit the wrong buttons. So let's do this again. And this time, take it slowly. Right. Copy it. Delete it. Paste it. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that was correct. I think that was correct. Let's just try that. Check. From here to here is a gorgeous 56. And that means the whole thing needs to come down one more. But we might as well make it look pretty. That's what it's all about. Control J, paste in, G, down one, boom. Right, I think that might look good. Let's go down here. It's going to look like there's something going on. The only problem is if that's where the door is, that wouldn't work in the bathroom. That's okay. we can either rotate it round to the other direction or we move the door. Let's have a think. If we have let's set the time to gameplay time. So the gameplay is always going to be at 7 a.m. and will stay 7 a.m. during the whole game. So that we want the window facing this way, and we could have the door here. So I think we need to rotate the whole POI. Is it worth rotating the whole POI, or is it worth moving the parts? Let's try and break my computer. Let's try and rotate the whole damn thing. So I'm going to go up to here. I'm going to go up to here. I'm going to go up to here. And then we're going to press X, and we're going to see what happens. X. And then we're going to wait. It's going to wait. Anyway, what do you think? My face looks a bit funny, but I've increased the saturation, and therefore my green screen has started working again. Look at that. One hit wonder. Now we've got the light coming through here, which is lovely. This is going to be the way into the bedroom, the bathroom. And then this block, which I'm going to copy, delete, and paste, is going to be placed over in this corner, thus giving us it raising up as if it doesn't matter if it raises up over the bathroom, but this is what we're going to do. So we're going to push that into that position, push that into that position, do that, and I think that's going to be interesting enough. Or do I have it sloping this way? I think I might do that. I think I'm gonna put it in this corner here. But anyway, I'm sure it will change 1,000 times. Hey Smashley, how are you today? How are you today? There we go. We're just making a new room. We're making a bedroom for the collection of POIs for the mouse map. The last one, the 6th one this is, the last one required in order to make this happen, this little mod. But with a bit of perseverance, we will get there. I haven't done much extra to it today because I've been making a YouTube video, which has been good fun. It's been a while. But it's hard work editing. Let's do this. Come on, sorry, I've got to concentrate a little bit to make this happen. Boom. Fill the roof before pasting. What do you mean, fill the roof? I'm not going to be filling any of this. This is all going to go. It's going to be empty because you're not going to see it from the inside. Does this go all the way? It does go all the way across. All the way across. No, we're going to be getting rid of a lot of it. We're not going to be filling anything. Let's just get that. Boom, 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 boom. Stick that in there. Ooh, it's getting chunky now. It's having to think about it. It's having to think about it. It is quite therapeutic. It's quite good fun, to be honest. Oh, I mean, fill the other side of the roof. Yeah, I could do that. But hey ho, I'm here now. I'm here now. All right. So we now have the roof as such. And then the only other thing is if we keep this, we have the possibility of some kind of internal roofing deal. We could do something a bit weird inside here. Maybe. I don't know. I might leave it with this because it'd be kind of interesting to kind of get into that cavity there. So if I was to use a different kind of block, just so I could see the difference here. So if I used a bit of concrete, and I was to take this here and fill this in, then potentially we have the potential for a zone within here. If there was some way of getting up here and then, like, you know, sneaky looking through down into the room or something. But again, that would be all right in this part of the zone. I wouldn't want to do it at the top part because it might create a distance too large. I don't know. But this zone up here, this would be good enough for you to look through. So there's the potential there, I think. But for now, what we have to do is we have to fill in the outside parts, and we'll only fill in the outer parts right now, because what we'll do is we will maybe not have, well, we might add the internals to the walls, but for now it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just going to, what have I just done? Why has it done that? No idea. All right, go from here to here, and then we'll bring this up. Let's do that. Very good. Then we're going to go from here to here, fill that up, and then we're going to go from here to here and fill that up. Now, of course, that can all be tidied and the number of blocks reduced and stuff, which is all good. And then if we could maybe go from this position. No, we'd have to go from this position here if we're going to put a block, aren't we? Yes. So that is from there to here. And then we are going to fill that. Is it going to work? This is like the ASMR of, maybe I should speak like this. And also turn off the camera, because that would be a bit deceiving. But maybe we could just do ASMR POI building. There we go. Right. So here's our lovely room in all its darkness right now. We're going to hit save, and we're going to reload it up. There we have it. This is the bedroom as such. So let's have a look inside and see what kind of deal. She's got these kind of weird stripy walls in here. It's very wood. I don't think we're going to be doing the stripy walls, and we definitely need to have the kind of boundary around it. So the bedroom, we can make our own colours. We could go for some garish wallpaper. I don't know what we've used in other rooms, but we could always do something horrendous. Like so. Did we use this in the kitchen? I can't remember now. Don't know. We might have. Do we want a yellow bedroom? That looks pretty nasty, doesn't it? Or maybe the bedroom is the one that needs to have the... That just really doesn't work on repeat on this, does it? What colour would the bedroom be? Well, if it did have the wood like she had it, then it would be... Is it this wood here? Western wood? Yeah. I think, though, that might look better, that one. It might look... Oops. Don't think it looks good up there. Not sure. I'm not sure. Why have we got, like, little light gaps coming out of here? Damn you, like, stupid thing. Look, there's no gaps at all, but yeah, we seem to have all these, like, weird little light gaps coming through. Change it now. Other South, welcome. Hello from California. How's California? It's been a long time since I've been to California. Lovely place. How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're just trying to work out the colour of a bedroom in a giant map. We're taking inspiration from Jen's bedroom in her, you know, this is what we're going to try and create. Here it is at normal size, but we're making everything 20 times the size. It's completely insane, but that's what we do here. We're making a PvP game. Oh, hello. I don't quite know what to do with this because this is just blah. Come on, I might need some ideas, people. What colours have we not used? Why don't we cover the place in carpet? Oh my god, that's horrendous. That could be down here though. There could be some horrendous red deal at the bottom. No, it just looks so bad. I need more colours. Okay, let's go a bit more modern then. Let's get some kind of, we could get some kind of white on the walls, something a bit more bland. I don't know. I like the garish colours in the sense of it just makes it all look a bit comedy, you know what I mean? What do you think? Come on, at Smashley. He needs help. Yeah, I need help. What I need to do is I need to look at the other rooms and decide what did I do in them so I don't do the same. So in the kitchen, we did use that yellow with a grey, okay? That's fine. It works in here. It works in here. The bathroom, which this one's going to be connected to, this new one, this has kind of got a white and a checkered. So this is fine. I kind of get this, okay? Then there's the lounge. The lounge that we just kind of copied from, that was the... Come on. Open up. That one had the green and the brown. So we don't want to do green and brown again. What other ones do we have? I'm forgetting all of my POIs now. Now we've got Jen's one as well. And Jen's one was a kind of grey and a brown. So we could go for the kind of brown wood again. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again there. That's what I feel like. Stare at some lights. Come on, make me sneeze. Yeah. I don't know. Do we do white and red? I just think that red might be too much. Oh, we got some silly ropes. It's good for spotting the ropes, though, that I put in. Let's get rid of some ropes, because they get in the way later. Is there any more ropes on any of these walls? Yes, there is over here. Let's go from that one all the way over to here. Delete that lot. Okay, that's good. There's any ropes over here? Nope. All right. Yeah, I do need some help. I'm thinking that creamy wall there. What about with an adobe peach at the bottom? Does it look like an old, horrible bedroom? It does. Oh, that ceiling is horrendous. Maybe we just have adobe peach on the ceiling instead. Something, I could put some rafters up there or something. I might do that. I might put some kind of rafters going along there. Or just put rafters on this section here. That might look good. But this bottom bit, yeah, I need a miracle. I need a miracle. Yourself? Is that all you can get? Let me see who's hiding there behind the scenes that you might end up slapping. You could slap Maverick or somebody called Diamond Lady. Hello. Or an iceberg. Hello. Or Compty. Hello. These are people that are hiding. So, but you slap yourself, mate. What about that? Is that just horrendous? Don't look at the light through there. That is just so bad. I don't like it. It looks orange. It looks orange. It looks awful. Angel Eyes gets Smashly. Well, they're all friends. Hey, there he is. Canumpty, welcome. Definitely do with more textures. It is just... There is a mod out there that does it, but it is not server-side. Everyone's got to have the big kind of Unity. It's got not even just Unity, is it? It's if it was just Unity, I would do it, but it needs loads of a DLL file and all this. Like it's really annoying. So I don't bother. I just try and work with what I've got. You know what I mean? I leave the room for just a moment. Yep, that's what happens. I just don't know what to do. Maybe she needs a blue. No, that looks like you're suddenly in a bathroom. What colour is this bedroom going to be? Look at this. That's more like OnlyFans content. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm picking colours. We're trying to work out what colour the bedroom is. I don't kind of like any of it at the moment, but it needs some kind of like wooden ceiling. I might with the ceiling. What if we were to go a little bit? The only one that works well is this one, but it works well on painted roofs. But here, no, I don't know. It's too much for the eyes when you're a small little mouse. Is there a green or wainscoting? What's that? There is a green. There's a metal rusty green. We could do a metal rusty green at the bottom. Do a green. Green and white go well. But I'm not sure about this ceiling still. What about the cabinet old side? Ugh. Ugh. I need something lighter on the ceiling. Something lighter. Painted wood. Just too many lines. Just wood painted. No, no, no. The only way to do it is if I was to try and put some batons on it or something to give it some structure, but I think that'd be too much hassle. Good old OSB. Just looks awful. Just looks... The blocky ones are too much, yeah. And again, here I'll go back to Adobe Tan. Still that, everything has a blocky texture, of course. Let's have a look. Let's get down here. This is too dark. Like, these colours are okay for a bedroom. But unless there's features on the ceiling's going to have to be lighter. Even lighter than Adobe Tan. I know we need to actually see what it looks like, reload it, and actually see what it looks like without the weird shadows. But still, yeah, that's too dark. That's too dark. You could do the tan on the upper walls and the white on the ceiling. So you're saying put this colour here. Oops, why is it decided to... on there? Because they do come out lighter on a vertical wall. And you're saying take this and place this on the ceiling. And then get this to go on here. It kind of looks like a nice warm bedroom now, with a bit of an accent of green colour. But they're too similar. This has been the hardest bedroom to paint. This is the hardest room to paint so far. It's just the way they do it now. It might have to be something like that. We might have to really lighten this wall. And then have that as a slightly darker brown. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Something along those lines. Things can be changed. But I think for now, that might have to do. What we need to do is get some... Yeah, it's not terrible. I think we're going to have to get some items in the room. And then we can kind of get a vibe of what it's going to look like. So basically... brown on the wall. Brown where? Down here. What do you think? Ceiling white. You want brown on the wall and ceiling white. Brown on the wall. Okay. Hang on a second. That brown on the wall and this white up here. But look at the difference in the colour. So I do that. That way round. Is that better? Still don't like the blockiness up there. I know this is what I'm up against. This is what I'm up against all the time. It's messing with my head as well. You want brown on the wall, but you got brown on the wall, but now it's still lighter than the ceiling. Again, I hit save. I go bedroom, check there's no shadows or anything. Hang on, let me just go up a bit because it's only going to knock me through the wall. Right. Okay, there's that. That's, oops. Well, this is what it's going to be for a while until we get it. So what we need to do is we need to get, we don't have a shoe rack. We need to build one of these, but we've got parts that might help us get there. We've already got one of these and some kind of lamp. And we've got a bed. So the only other thing I thought that might be fun in here is if we could get like a little cupboard or something. Some kind of, you know, like sometimes in 7 Days to Die where you have like those kind of like weird doors. But let's start off then by grabbing all of this. We're going to get rid of all of this now. We'll just get rid of that. And then we're going to go and grab the bed, because that's going to be the main feature in the room. So if I go to 50 stuff here, to his vending machine, but actually nick the bed, then we have a bed pre-made, which is a bonus. Let's bring this out one. Boink. Boink. And then we go back to the bedroom. Right. So we go inside, we press the button, we press OK. We stick the bed in here. And then I guess we're going to turn this round. This is going to be somewhere, I guess, in the middle of here. We would have to, if that's the door to the bathroom, though, there would be another door in this place. So we're going to have to do something about that. But do we put the bed directly here? Or do we put the bed in the corner? I think it's going to be in the middle, though. And then we need another door in here as well. So there might be another door here leading out of this room, because this room will not be isolated. I'm going to also bring this out by one. It's trying to paste. I don't know why it decided to do that, because I hadn't pasted it in. Is that meant to be 3 thick? Let me undo that and then replace it. That is meant to be 3 thick, so I had put it in the wrong place. So we're going to take this along here, take this along here. We're going to have it slightly off the wall. I'll see you in a bit, Smashley. Boom. That's going to be slightly off the wall. And then we're going to put this roughly in the middle of the room. Roughly in the middle of the room. Then we'll work out the best place to put it. Okay. Right, that's my best guess right now. And then we'll go and check this and see. So from here to here, we have 32. And then from here, nope. From here to here, we have 30. So the whole thing needs to go left by 1. I love that little sound as I'm walking across. So this whole lot here needs to go that way by 1. And that is now in the center of the room, which looks pretty cool. It didn't mess up anything over here. Okay, so we're starting off. We've got our first little item in here. Save that. Get rid of some shadows. Come on. Double clicking's kind of not working for me tonight. There we go. So we now got a bed. Oh, I love this. Let's go and jump on here. Oh, I love that sound. We don't have any pillows. Well, the pillow's just too difficult to do. So we'll have to put something on the bed or something just to kind of, you know, clear it all up. You know, put something to hide behind. but looking good. Okay, so we do have to think about another door, where that might be. I'm going to take this door here. Bam. That door is currently, let's have a quick look, 11 from the side. Oopsie daisy. There's space inside. There's space inside. There's, oh, space inside the bed. Yeah, there certainly is. Okay, that's good. Looking nifty. All right, so we've got ourselves a door. But I might take the mouse hole with me as well, just for fun. And I reckon the other door's going to be over here. You would walk into a bedroom and you would do that. So we're going to go over here. That part there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, possibly 11. But then it does a weird thing with this. I think we might move this one across a bit. Centralize it there. Doesn't really matter where they are, as long as whatever they connect to kind of it works. So on this side we've got 8, and on this side we've got 8. Okay, that looks good. So there we go. Let's go inside the bed and have a look. Yep, there's plenty of room inside here. And there's plenty of room underneath as well for us to make lots of fun bits and bobs. So that is the same as, where's the big bed? Oh, I'll put bedroom, bed. What have you made? You made this one here. You made this one here. Yep. Now on here we've got some pillows and a cover. We're not, well, we've got a cover. We don't quite have pillows. We're gonna have to decide if that's possible. I think it would be possible. I think it would be possible, but it will take a bit of work. There's some few blocks that will kind of like turn around enough, I think. Plenty more to do. Right. We don't know what colour the floor is either. We haven't actually done the floor. Is the floor just going to be wood? Or is this going to be some kind of like other... See? Makes all the difference. We need some kind of carpet. Something horrendous. This disgustingly yellow carpet. No way. This disgustingly orange carpet. Might have to do. Disgustingly brown carpet is horrendous. Some kind of weird tessellating grey carpet. Don't know. What about this horrendous carpet? That's gross. And we go full red carpet. Oh, red and green. Yes. We might have a wooden floor. No idea. But yeah, that's good. So we've got that. So what we need to do is we need to go to the lounge itself. And we need to go and steal the side table, which is this one over here. So we're going to take this side table here. And we're going to place that here. And we might as well take the whole lamp and everything with us. Which way is up? The green. Okay. We'll take that over to the bedroom. Oh my god, I can't spell bedroom today. Right. So we're going to take that, place that in, stick the whole damn thing in, move it about. Now we could take the bed and shift it across so it's right next to this little kind of deal here. That might be fun. Doink, doink, doink. You bung that in there for now. I think we might have to bring the bed across. So the bed at the moment is, oops, it's 13, no. Oops. It's 12 across from here. Now this is shifted out one. Doesn't really matter too much. And it's 18, 19, 20. So this is actually the edge there, the 20 by 20 block. So we could put the bed one next to it. I think we might do that. Let's see what it looks like rather than have a central bed. What if we were to put it over here? It's a bad move. I could have brought some empty space with me, but still. There we go. What if we did that and then we could have some more bits and bobs here? Save. Open it up. So we've got the little side table. Got the bed. Yeah, I think we might do this. Could have the side table near the bed, but then what would we put on the other side? It's trying to have enough stuff so there's kind of a route around the room. And if we did that with the side table next to it, then we'd have to find something to go in that corner. Where here we could put the kind of dresser, and then we could put some plants or something here. Well, we can always move it. I just like at the moment, I kind of like the idea. I'm just thinking like in a bedroom, if you were to, if it was your bedroom, if you know that's the bathroom, and you got a door here, you kind of put your bed away from everything. So you're looking. Well, this is how I would set up my room. This is not feng shui or shui or whatever it's called. Yin yang kind of like sorting out your bedroom, but I kind of feel like if I was lying in bed, this is what I'd like to see. I'd like to see my exits. And this is how I'd set it up. Yeah, we could try the full-on desk in here, because we're not making an office now, are we? Let's go and have a look at the assets. Here is the full-on desk. And if we had the full-on desk in there, the only thing we don't have is this chair. But if we did this and put a mirror on the top, it would be like a dressing table, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? It just gives us, it's just a good resource to use this one. I'm kind of tempted to do something like that. Let's bring this out one. Do we have the doorknobs? I believe we have the doorknobs. Yeah, let's go and put this in here and just see what it looks like. I like the use of another asset that's been made for the fact that it's been made, and also, well, it's fills a lot of room straight away. So we could you could almost put a desk here, but that would be in the way of all of that lot. We could put, yeah, if you're going to put a desk in this room, you're going to put it on the side here, aren't you? We could put a dresser here. The chest of drawers there. But this would allow this to come into play. Like so. Let's have a look here. Right, stick it in and have a look. Save. Bedroom. There we go. So you end up having a bedroom. This is how I'd have my bedroom. I like having something to the side of my head. But with this, you see, you get to jump in here and suddenly you got into all these drawers. And you're running around all the drawer system fighting people and PvP on. Plus we've got all this lovely space up here. I don't know, is it too much? I think it could be good. We could put a standard little wooden chair from the kitchen in here. I'm kind of tempted to kind of change the colour of this slightly though. Maybe keep the drawer front. But like, what if the insides were like this colour? Oops, that's not going to work, is it? Undo that. As if it was a cheap drawer. You know, an IKEA job where you put where's this fascia board on it. Or even if those were still this colour. It's just there's so much opportunity here for like places you could be hiding in here, thinking, oh yeah, you know, with the jump mod now, you can get up to there, and then suddenly somebody appears down here whilst you're trying to shoot over there, or somebody pops out this drawer over here. You know, the opportunity for some PvP action. I didn't bring my little knobs with me. Oh well. We're going to sort out our knob situation. I can sort my knob out later. Right now, though, I'm interested in this. Right. Yeah, I think that might work like that. I wonder if you could do something. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think that's good. So, we got that. We'll get a chair. Let's get a chair from the kitchen. We're not going to be able to make some kind of super advanced one, but we can certainly just take a standard chair from here and bring it into this POI, like so, into the bedroom. Doink, 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 doink. Right. So this could be, well, we can fix the knobs later. So this gives us an object here as well. You could jump on, climb up the backs here. That kind of thing. Whoa! That's not going to happen. Yeah. Well, it's a start. I don't know about the colours yet. I'm still a bit wary about this paint job. Still a bit wary about it. It's got to be wood. But rather than polish, oh my god, no. Just want to catch a vibe of something else. My god, no. My god, no. No. It is difficult. Wood old. We're back to that. Don't know, the problem is this is like one of the best looking paint jobs on there, this stuff. Don't know, I find it difficult, that as well. Or if there's just a brown, we might bed it in a brown. What's the old cabinet side like? Looks a bit like a darker desk. It's difficult. It's difficult. Don't know. Gonna have to work on this a lot. But anyway, cabinet old side. Ooh. No, too repetitive. Dough peach. Yuckity yuck. Carpet. Sometimes they can be useful. You've got to try them out. Got to try them out. Do. Or could it be a metal desk? Could we have bought an IKEA white desk? Oh, I just don't know. Or maybe that's the way to do it. Have a different colour top. So it's got, that might be it. Do a different surface on the top. Yeah, it is the best of the worst, but I'm thinking this two-tone business might be the way to do it. This two-tone business. I wonder if it would work if I made the drawers, the drawer fronts anyway. This could work. This could work. Why has that one not got the bit coming underneath it like the rest of them? Oh, because it's this big square one that goes in here. But it's got it at the top. I might put that underneath here as well. I might put that. I might put that there. Yeah, you know, it's just, I'm just trying to, you know, with the, you know, with version 2, they've just ruined the contrast. You know, says the man who's put his contrast up on his camera tonight, but like, they've ruined the contrast, so everything just blends into each other. It just looks so rubbish. But something like this may just help us out and just give us a bit more texture on here, just so there's something going on. You know, I don't know. Let's just do the rest of them. Just by doing two tones here, it just gives it that extra. I know it's not in the game, but it is now. Yeah, just so it kind of like gives it a bit of contrast. Like the floor would have to be a different colour. We don't necessarily need that. That's all one colour at the moment. But if I take that and go single brush, so, like so, because this one doesn't have a topper on it. That one has a bottom. That one doesn't have a top. Oh, I see. Has a bottom, has a top, that has a bottom as well. This one's got a bottom, that one's got a bottom, that one's got a bottom. I see, that one's just got a bottom. But if that one's got a bottom, shouldn't that one have a bottom? Because that should line up with that one. So this needs a bottom. It needs a bottom. It needs a bottom. That needs a bottom. Now that is 5. And that one is 4. So what have I done wrong? I've added a bottom that it doesn't need. What? Yeah. Okay. Why does it look different then? I suppose the drawer's closed, isn't it? You're joking me. I'm going to go and see. Has it just landed? V2.1. Oh, but is that... I'll have a look anyway. Is it going to ask me to update? No. But is that the one where you have to go to betas? Latest experimental. See Discord. Let's go and have a look at Discord. 7 Days to Die. News. It's the experimental. Oh, that's been out a few days, but it hasn't gone full on. I don't fancy going experimental yet. What has it got on there though? Let's have a quick look. So this is the experimental that's come out. Does it say? It doesn't say what. Yeah, changelog. Have a great weekend. Changelog. Added instantiated templates with inherent parent template parameters. So this XUI stuff is to do with the user interface. Okay. Add lockable slots to containers and vehicles. Is that all they've done? That's not the right one. Oh, there's a B. I don't see anything on mine. Please tell me. Where on Discord did you see that? So I don't have any new things in the news. The latest news on 7 Days to Die is B1. If I go to patch notes, holy moly, patch notes. That is still an experimental, but yeah. What have we got? Let's read it. They haven't even put it on their own Discord, like it's that new. Here we go. Oh wow, okay. Added unlinking Discord account directly from the game. That's good because people don't like the errors or they don't necessarily want to have it linked. Rubble burnt filler 10. So we've got a new POI. Okay. I want to kind of start up the POI reviews again. Maybe I'll start with that one. Sprint mode auto run. AI activity map sets long delay on neighbors if a screamer spawns. Okay, so this, if you get a screamer, you got to deal with them and all the other stuff doesn't start messing with you. Fine. And a few bits and bobs. If I just go for a quick scan. Lower plague splitter and frostclaw biomes by 50%. That's a big difference. That's what people want because they're just too damn silly. They're too often. Even 50% of the plague splitter means you're going to be getting them all the time. Okay. No, I'm just seeing if there's anything to do with editing or lighting or anything like that. Optimize prop shadows by disabling on the level of demand when lower than ultra. Might be something. Remove loot stage caps from all biomes. Oh, removed loot stage caps from all biomes. Biome badges no longer boost loot stage max. Okay. Okay, so this they're doing some quick, easy changes that people might like. Not sure. Oh, corpse on hanging rope no longer downgrades to the hanging log. It's something about that in the other one, didn't they? A couple of releases ago. Missing tags, blah blah blah. Shows pine forest when switching during playtest. Clock's beloved cornmeal is now spelled the same as in food corn crop description. Okay, players camera tag. Stuff. All good, all good. Okay. Oh man, I feel like my nose has suddenly gone very weird. I might have to. What I'm going to do very quickly, because my nose is feeling incredibly weird very quickly. Besides, I'm going to go to bed fairly early tonight. Let's just do a bit more. I think I'm just going to very quickly run downstairs and get a tissue and something for my nose because it's bunging up. My sinus has just gone like crazy. Okay, so here it is so far. Do we try and make one of these little dressers? This is what we've got to think about. So, if you could give me a moment, please. I'll be back in a sec. Just going to go and sort myself out, get a drink or something, and decide. Put in chat what you think I should make next. Right then. The dresser. Okay. Just throwing a few things out. Right. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I've managed to dig out my special nose spray for when I have a dodgy headaches nose thing. I'm not going to turn my camera on whilst I do this because it will be rather grotesque. But a dresser, yes, we need a little dresser. Whoa! Ooh, it's a very special spray. We do need a dresser. Okay. Oh dear. Sorry. I do suffer with some horrible sinus things. My ears need to pop. So I'm going to do a bit of sneezing. And I've... Oh, one moment. Woo! Right. Fingers crossed. Hmm. Well, I've got one of those lovely little lemony nose drinks. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh dear, it's going to come again. I know it is. When my nose decides to go, it goes. Very quickly, though. What if we were to make this also the same kind of colour? I'm not going to be able to paint the whole thing right now. But what if we did something similar to this to kind of help it match? I'm kind of tempted by that. Or maybe make it look like there's something on there. Like a cushiony thing or something like that. No, maybe not. Oh, wow. Problem is I've got all of these ropes on here which are going to ruin it. So I'm going to have to paint all sides. Take that off, put that on. Take that off, put that on. Put that on. Put that on, put that on. Yeah, just so it kind of matches in. And it's also different to the one in the kitchen. It's like a matching set, isn't it? It's like it goes together. Some kind of deal there. Yeah, okay, dresser. Let's get the old dresser. Whatever it's called. Table, night table, table, dressing table, table, chest of drawers, drawers. God knows what it's called. Furniture, variant helper. Furniture. Admin, furniture, appliances, file cabinet. There it is there. Boom, shake the room. You know what? I'm going to start clearing things up. Let's try a little tidy up right now. Let's just delete those. Let's bring this down here, and then we can clear all of that as well. Just for sanity's sake, we don't need all the wood. We need concrete, wood, bridge block, cobblestone cloth. Boom, boom. Right, excellent. So we're going to take this cabinet, nightstand. I don't know what the difference between the two is, but let's have a look, and we'll imagine we're going to put it here. So we've got a nightstand. Or we also have a nightstand. The difference being, people? Oh, one's at the back. Okay, and one's here. So we're kind of making the one that fits directly against something. And then we do our little thing where we put our little blocks like so. Like this, and then we'll get our paint. And we will paint the little markers. I like the tile floor markers. Because they're going to set ourselves up. Excuse me again. It's all happening now. And, oh dear. I just hope this isn't a migraine coming on. Very quick. Right. See, this is 10, 11, 12. This is 12, but it's also one from the back. Or half from the back. Maybe that's 1.5. I don't know. 10 by 20. Well, if that's half there, if that's 10, we've got more extra here. This is 10 by 20, but the whole thing's shifted. That's shifted out by half. That's a half. That's a block there. Then that's 4. Then that's 5. That's the box itself is 9. And that's 10. So it's 10. Yeah, 10 by 20. You're right. 10 by 20 shifted by 1 with a lip. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. So these are just 2 by 2, although there is a slight like curvy thing on here. So this is to start with the 2 by 2, I do believe. It's a 10 by 20, but then still this is, it's not, because this is, I'm talking about the main box now, the main box. The main box is, we decided was 10 across. That's 20, that's not 20, that's going to be 1 down and 2 up. So that's going to be 10, 1 out, by 17 up. And then that's going to be across because it's missing, what's that? Is it missing half on this each side as well? Is that half or 1? God, I'm too fast here. So 1, 2, 3, that's half. So it's actually 19 across, half across there. Okay, so we'll start building up. We'll start building from the floor. So this is 1 block out, that's half block out. And it's a 2 by 2, and we can work out the little ellipse later. So we'll take this, and then what we'll do is we'll mark out, in fact, we'll just mark out here. We'll go from here to here, and we'll do our standard 10 by 20 block, 11 by 23. What am I doing here? Why is that saying such weird numbers? 8 by 22, there we go. 11 by 21, 10 by 20. So it's this size. So we're just going to paint that up. So this is what we're going to place it on. And then we've got some wooden blocks. So it's 1 out from the back and a half out from here. So if the legs are going to be like so, there's going to be half a block on this side. Oh my God, be advanced by default, you silly thing. Okay, it's going to be like that. And then on this side, there's going to be this, but with a wedge on. So we might have to actually do that from the start. We need a half block with a bit of wedge stuck onto the end. Does such a wedge work? Well, if we go to the the wedge section, that's actually what this block is. Like so. And then we could put another lip out. But as you say, is there a narrow version that is a little less offensive, or a little bit more, it's going to be less offensive with the bit on top? But that's still more than half. That makes this bigger than I want. So I'm going to take this one. Perfect. Okay. And then we're going to take this block on top because it's too high. We're going to copy this one here and place that on here. And then on top, we're going to put the larger one. Let's copy rotation. And that's going to give us this. Now, that might be slightly wider than we need, but it definitely has the vibe, doesn't it? Definitely has the vibe of what we're looking for. So then, going back up to our little block, we're going to go straight up to 19. We're going to go straight up to 19 from one end to the other. So we'll do that to start off with. So 19 on top of this is going to be 17 high. Zoink, zoink. 13, 17 high. So this is going to be something like that. Oh! Huh? How did I press the button and get it back again? Hang on, I accidentally deleted it all, and then I pressed... I didn't undo it. That's weird. I'd love to be able to recreate whatever a key press, because you know when you do that, I'd love to know what I pressed to kind of get that back. Anyway, we'll do this. We might end up actually breaking this block from here to here. We might not use it inside, because we might want the space inside. Well, we will need the space inside for drawers. But if I fill that up right now, we could then take the half blocks and utilize those, because these here are going to be, you know, they're basically the outside of what we want. So that's like this. And then we're going to go all the way across to the other side. So if we were to take this now, okay, you're going to be a pain, aren't you? You're going to go from here to here. Would be better. Okay. Ping pong. We're going to take that all the way across here. So we've got the same deal. We've got half a block on this edge. We've got a single block here. And then the back part, yes. So this is 19 across, because that's 18 plus 2 halves. So that all works out well. We're going to hit save, of course. And then we're going to have to work out, this will have to be a corner job. But I think we should definitely go for, actually it won't have to be a corner job. This is going to fit in nicely. This is just going to go straight from there to there, bam, bam. All right, let's check the reverse of this thing. There's nothing funky on here. There's going to be the lip and stuff, but there's nothing like anything over the top or silly. There is like a black line down there. So if I was to be really pedantic, and I wanted to be, I am really pedantic, then what I could do is I could put a trim block here just to kind of like make that line look good. There's also trim blocks potentially on the bottom here just to darken these areas here, and trim blocks. We're not going to get them on there, but we might be able to get them underneath in order to trim around that bit. So we might do that. We might do that. I think I'll at least do the trim block. If we just lighten these we'll just take that silly floor polish thing, and we'll paint these up just so we can kind of see what these look like so. Yeah, that looks good. It's something anyway. Right. Okay. Nice. And then the frontage. Well, we could do the top part first, couldn't we? The frontage is still going to be like that. We just might have to nick some draw action from here. That isn't on a half block. So we're going to have to do something slightly different here. Let's start off with this top section here. What is this? This is almost like, besides like, oh, come on, okay. Make yourself go slower. Make yourself go slower. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at this properly. So there's this kind of shape here. These are ones that we were looking at when we were building that box. Jim's probably gone to bed or something. So that's going to be an interesting one. That's going to be easy on this half. So what I'm thinking is I am thinking this bad boy here, like so. Is that what we want? Or does it just go? It's just two halves, isn't it? It's actually a complete zippity doodah. No, that is the right block. That is the right block. So that's going to go on that side. This side can fill up as well. Like so. These ones, it needs to be half a block out. But it's also going to be the corner curve part. So it's going to be, I've got to kind of guess what this looks like. It's going to be a notch, but it's going to have an extra bit cut out of it. It's not this piece. I'm just trying to visualize it. It's that that's shifted. So that means that's just a ramp. No, that's just a normal. And then it's this piece we need to find. Okay. So we're looking for this piece here, this half of it. Don't know. I don't know if in the land of halves we have something like that. In the land of halves, do we have anything? It's the back of the thing. We can modify it and do it totally differently if we have to. But it'd be nice. That's the one for the corner. Yeah, but this doesn't come out a full block. I just need this half of the block to go against here, do I not? Or does it actually hit the back? No, there's a gap, you see. So it's like, that's the block we have. That's the block we have, but we need just this half with the two slanty bits on the half block. That's what we officially need. Just this half of the block. Only the right half. No. So it doesn't have the flat bit at the top. It's just got like it's a half block with a triangle bit on top of it. It's not that, it's got two of them. I don't think this one exists. Two half. I know you're saying things, but I don't understand them. It's basically this block, this half shifted. It doesn't have to be. We could like leave it like this at the back, which is fine. But at the front, it would be kind of good to have. So we've got this half on here. I'm just going to find the block. Got to find out if it's there. And it's probably some weird roofing part or something totally obscure. So it's going to have half a block. It's going to have some squiffy bits in it. Oh dear. It's always a challenge with these weird bits.
Can you hear me?
It's at work, but he's on Discord. Shh, don't tell the boss. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, okay, so there's two halves. There's the bottom half, it's like a quarter. And there's the top half, there's like a triangle shape, a corner one.
Yeah. But they've all got to fit in the same block on one side.
Well, maybe.
Do you see what I mean? Like, I'm basically trying to make that second half of the block in the block that I've got on screen now.
Oh, okay.
Do you see what I mean? It's not a top and a bottom half. If it was, that would be easy. And that's okay. I'm just gonna have to look through, mate, and work out if it's there. Okay, if it's a weird block.
I think there is a half block that's slanted, but I'm not sure. But
No, I know. It's just one of these weird blocks that you think you've seen, but you might not have.
Yeah, for sure. But I think there is some in there. I'm not sure what it is now.
Don't worry, mate. I can just keep looking until something happens. Enjoy work.
Yeah, enjoy streaming. Bye-bye.
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 Thanks, level 50, for coming in, trying to help. But yeah, that's a weird one. It's kind of... I love your game, but I need more blocks. Do you remember when we had loads less blocks than this? And then they brought in loads of them, and it was like, wow! There were a load of weird ones, and it was like, suddenly like, oh, okay, thanks, but kind of thanks. They need to like put in that'd be cool if they had like a submit blocks that you need to help complete certain builds. So you sit there and you go, oh, I really need this little shape block. And that would allow me to finish this curve or something like that. And if like all the users could just submit stuff, the result might actually only end up being like 20 extra blocks, but then suddenly everything becomes so much more usable. Because I'm sure the hive mind could work out what's missing. Right, I'll have one last look through now, just half blocks. And then I might initially give up and just whack that block in there. It's almost like one of these, but with an extra chopped out bit. And the problem is working it out from the diagrams is sometimes a little bit tricky. A little bit tricky. But it's a long top half with two bits coming in. So a long top half, two bits coming in. So in theory, the picture would be standing. vertically. Yeah, I think this one might not be there. Also, if they generated loads of blocks that were offset as well, that would kind of give you a load of extra. Because sometimes you want them on the left-hand or right-hand side. Okay, so what we might do, let's just set the time to 7 o'clock again. I think we might just put this on here. And then just see. Because the problem is she can spend hours messing with that. And actually, it might just be easier to make it like this for now. You know, just for now, just for now. Like, we would still need to cover that part. But it's not, see that it just comes out too much. But it's what we've got at the moment. You know, it's not half that bad. Okay. So let's have a quick look again. Because, yeah, you want this to be the same on each side. Okay, and then what have we got? It's quite simple in the sense of it is just a bunch of drawers. And those drawers are going to be, if that was that far back up, it would be up there. Those drawers are 4, I think. I think they're 4 with a single gap in between the 2. So if we build that out of half blocks just to start with, just to see it. And also, what are they? They're only half a block out. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is, we reckon that the top bit is maybe, if that's 1 block, 2 blocks down. So if that's 1 block, 2 blocks down. Is it a full block? Is what's a full block? What's on the top of your desk? Oh, yeah. Top of your desk is a full block. Yeah. That's a beast of a large thing. See what I mean? It's just, it looks a lot here, but it's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I'm just going to come down here and go 4. Now I know that's not technically in the right place, or not the right width anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can make this fit in with a gap there. And then a gap there. And that gives us a gap at the bottom. I think that works out well with a gap at the bottom. We might have expected a 2 gap there. But then, is this taller? Did we decide? No, that's not taller at all. A taller. Okay. Fill the back with half a block. That is very true. That is using your bloody brain, isn't it? That is using your brain. The only problem is, like, yes, it would make that look good, but then this looks weird. And that should be flat against there if we were to do it properly. I could move this back one and work on that. Does look better like that though. Does look a lot better. I think that might be the compromise that also allows people are going to be running around here. Yeah, I think that might be a good compromise because it might look better when you're a little mouse. Little mouse. That might look better because when you're running about, you're kind of running under something, and this is going to be, and it's going to leave a gap. That's going to be against the wall, so you're going to be in darkness. I think that might work. I think that might be a better compromise for this build. I think that might be a better compromise. It does give us the ability as well to potentially get rid of all this lot and actually have a bit more room in here. And that is now a full block there, which is better for building. Do you know what I mean? And then here, this is an interesting one because what we're saying, yeah, they're going to flatten out with that. These should flatten out with that. So if we take these drawers that have a lot more to mess with, those drawers, in order to be sticking out, I need to replace them with full block trims. That's what I need. Full block trims. So if I take one of these, now this is of course always complicated because the way they paint them, but the back of the drawer will always be the same color because you can paint the sides the standard one, but this, anything that's in the rusty metal will all be the same color. So I'm going to put that here to that here and replace that. But this is going to be the front of the drawer. Now, I might only need that on the sides. Let's try and make a drawer. We know where they're going to be positioned. Let's try and make a drawer and do that. These slide into that position. Okay, so let's, oops. Grab these. Yeah, boom, boom. We'll grab that there, put that in. Okay. Then there's our drawer sticking out. Of course, we're going to have to make one of them, maybe the top drawer, actually stick out. Maybe we'll make two of them stick out, but we'll build it straight up to start with. The drawer looks like the right kind of deals. The only thing is we need to decide. It does have a slopey bit on it. I don't think we're going to get that kind of slope on half a block. So we're going to go flat. And it has a simple handle, a simple kind of straight block handle right in the middle, which is going to be like 1, 2, maybe 3 blocks across and only half. It's going to be interesting because it's half of a 4, so we need a small bit on there. We could put some curvy bits maybe on these sections here, but again, it's to do with the painting, and I don't think there's a trim block that also has a curve at the top. Question is, do we have them this thick? Do we make the drawers that thick? I think we do to start with. I think we do to start with. Okay, let's try. Let's first see if there is any. They don't have to be half a trim. Top, bottom. They don't have to be half a trim. Could they not just be... They can't be this block, I don't think. No, they could be that block. Be nice if it had a shallower base to it. So looking for something like this, but with a shallower face. I think there's one with like a mini triangle notch out of it. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Do 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 do. But there are so many Q blocks that don't come under the square tag. So many of them. And it's like some weird kitchen block, or like you've got these weird ones, but this is not quite built for it. You got this cube round. That's not what the picture says. It's not. Oh, it's that. It's that face. Okay. I thought I saw something else. This would be nice, but of course it's going to produce a weird pattern on here, which is not the pattern we are looking for. Yeah, you know, in medicine, kind of, you know, it's good for you, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm surprised. I can't find, you know, you got these weird baseboard corners and everything. Something with a little notch out of it. A teensy little notch. No, I don't know. I just really thought there's one with a teensy notch out of it, not all the way along. Yeah, I always thought there was one, actually. There's a cupboard corner, which is basically the same. We've gone all the way around and we've come back to the same kind of deal. No. So do I just go for this straight up? Let's, but then I'd have to find corner bits and all that rubbish for here. Is that a full block? It is. Okay. Let's try that. Well, it might do. It might just do. Kind of looks like the drawers. I think it's going to do. I think it's going to do. Maybe I'm thinking too difficult about it. So this is 18 long. So we're looking for something that's 9. So we are trying to, oops, the daisy. We're trying to put something in the middle here. That's only half. So we're looking for something that is really quite small. Could be a trim block, could be a pole, could be a pole. it would be a pole plate that's a half like that and a pole plate half like that. I do believe that would be correct, but I don't think that's wide enough compared to the real thing. I think the real thing might be, let's go and have a look at it against this. This is 1.5. I think it's 3. We think it's 3. Do we get a pole plate in corners, in quarters? Pole plate. We do indeed. Bam. 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 I think that's right. Even have the opportunity, if we wanted to put a little one in there. No. Yeah. No. No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Don't make it too complicated. Thinking of putting like a hand grip thing in there, but that's fine. I think that might do it. You know. I think that might do it. Does the job. I'm surprised. These must be. This looks like 2. And then maybe that looks like 2. Yeah, it almost looks like the gaps are 2. I don't know if let's copy these up, have a look. I'm just a bit weirded out by the numbers. Right. So we've got these 2 on here. I don't think this is 2. That must be 1.5. I reckon each one of these is 1.5. Each one of these is 1.5. At the moment, it's only worth 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gaps. And here, I think we've got 6 gaps in total. 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. But then we're dealing with a lot of silly half blocks. So how about we have a look at this in a situation where we simply bring this up 1. So now, even though they're not 1.5, these still have the same gaps. This one's bigger, but I think we'll get away with that more so. So let me try this now. Are we saying that's going to be completely done? And I need to get another one of those there. And another one of those there. Right. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to get rid of the shadows. Bedroom. Yeah, that is slightly bigger here. I think that's going to do. Now, the draw edges are not in the right place. These need to come in half a block. They are half a block in. That, again, is just the good old 7 Days to Die lighting effects of absolute rubbishness that do my head in at the moment. So, yeah, I think it could be said it's good enough. Look at that. You can't even see the drawer handle. And this is textured stuff. So there are actually, the drawer handles are like a lighter brown colour. Slightly lighter brown. We'll just take any old colour for now. And then we'll make it happen. Right? Squeeze me. I thought I had it on all sides. Okay. And then if we were to paint surface and we were to give this like some kind of brown wood, which it already has, but some kind of brown wood, it just means that I can differentiate the drawers. If I just do that, I can just differentiate the drawers and see them. So on the inside here, we just need a half block on its back, just in that position. Or do we? Because that's the drawer. Yeah, so this is actually wrong. That I don't need. I don't need that to fill that in. The drawer is flush because it's actually too thick. So in essence, I could make the drawer front actually not be... No, let's make it too thick. It's fine. No one knows what it looks like inside. We need a nice one of these. We need to rotate this from here to here. Ba-doink, ba-dinkity boink, doinkity doink, like so. Get the paintbrush out just so we can see the difference in the sections. I think, not that's the right colour yet. But what do you think? Let me just have a moment with my nose. I think it's got general vibe. Do you know what I mean? It's got the vibe, isn't it? Yeah. Now the question is these colour browns. This one's actually different round the back. Construction was here. I would love to know what colour to paint these. You know, because it just looks awful. Hey, Bunny, you're right. It came out great. I just don't know what to paint it. It might be the standard brown. Interestingly, on the side here, this is actually looks like it's like darker wood. It actually looks more like the pill case sides. If I made that the same, I could make it the same but leave these. That might work. Yo, why did you not paint? Where's my hand gone? That might work. Or is that... Oh, no, that is the same. That's weird. Oh, no, we might actually get some decent reflections of this stuff. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Humour me. Humour me. How are you, Bunny, anyway? How's things for you today? Right. And that's just going to be left as it is. The inside's going to be left as it is, basically. Like so. And then if we fill the bottom section in, we'll do it with a full block, just so we can, it's easy to go against. We'll fill that up as well, like so. And all of a sudden, oops, all of a sudden, nope, take the texture. I think we might be there. What do you think? Might be too shiny, but it's a better color than some of the other ones. It's always a compromise in this game. Always a compromise. There's details I can put in, like at the back I can put these black lines in. Like I could, I don't know if I really fancy doing all the scuffy bits and all that lot. It's just, it's worn down, but it once was this color. So I'm thinking this is a fresh one. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Yo! It would look a lot better if it had the right textures. But what we're going to do, no matter what, there's always tweaking. There's always overthinking in this. I am an expert at that. What we need to do is we need to take said product and we need to place it in a position that it would be in this bedroom. Like so. And we need to decide where it's going to go. Is it going to go there? Is it going to go right by the bathroom? Would it be there? Then we're going to have some other things like maybe a laundry basket or something like that. Is it going to be here? I don't know. I think if I had one of these in my room, I probably wouldn't put it. It would probably end up at the side here, because I'd have plugs down there and I'd want to put stuff on top. But I think in a 7 days to die situation, it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It could be right there. That's where it could be. Let's stick it in. Let's save our work so we don't lose it. Let's get rid of this one. Let's unpaint the floor. And then let's cry because we forgot to take the handles with us. Oops, daisy. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's got to be that. It's got to be that. 8 on that side, including the half notch. Oh, I added the half notch, didn't I? And 8 on that side. Perfect. Perfecto. Perfecto. Boom. Stupid handles. Bane of my life. Boom. To the boom. To the boom. 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 Ba-ba-doom. Ba-ba-doom. Boom. 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 Save. Yeah. So we got a bedroom. We're getting there. We got a desk. We got a chair. Oh, but dying. We've got some stuff going down. Look at that. What is there? What is there? There it is. Bing. I think that looks pretty good so far. We've got a door. One of these two doors, or that door's going to be to the bathroom. Let's be honest, I put the door there, but the door wouldn't be there if the window's here, unless there was a wall here. which I don't think, again, I'm going to worry about too much. It could be the... Hmm. Yeah. Heater. Yeah. I'm just now worried about this. I don't know if to take this, move it round and put the window over here. Does that... sorry, the problem is like I see the house in my head. And if the door's there, it's either the front door or it's going into a room. It's acceptable. There could be a wall here that goes outwards. It just feels weird. I'm almost tempted to take this and move it across a bit. That's what I'm tempted to do. I'm tempted to take this whole window here. And then move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel that might be better. Yeah. I don't know. Boink to the boink to the boink to the boink. Boink, 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 boink. But doink, doink, but da da doink, doink, da 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 doink, doink, da 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 doink, da 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 doink, doink, da doink, doink. So let's go for a little runabout. So, woo! Yeah, because this then gives us a bit of blockage between this and the window. We'll get a radiator underneath it. We'll see what that looks like. We'll go into the lounge. The lounge point. We'll grab this. Here to here. We'll take the mug with us for fun anyway. Bedroom. Bedroom. All right. Come on. Bing. No. Bing. Bonk. Bing. 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 Bonk. Diddly 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 ding. Like so. Like so. It's going to get rid of a bit of that, but that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's maybe... what's blocking me there? Oh, we've put that in there. I think we might put the thicker... if I do that, that's an interesting one because it kind of goes over the radiator because I've messed it up. Boom, 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 plonk. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then let's just quickly take some more curtains just to finish the job. Are we having these type of curtains in here today? I guess we are. Oh, bye-bye, mug. It was nice to meet you. But you're a goner. You're a goner. We'll have to get you again later. You know, that's kind of the deal here. Yours, yours. Yours, yours. Whee. And a little bit on the end, which is already done. Okay, okay. That makes me feel a bit better. And then let's get the trash can. Let's get the original kitchen one. Where are we? Down here. Nice. Bedroom. Oh, good. Where are we going to put the trash can? The trash can kind of might be here by this door. You're sitting down, you want to put some trash, or do you want the trash can here? Or where would it be? Do you reckon it might be? Well, where would it be good for gameplay? Might be good for game. We might put a plant here. It might be good just on the ground here. Just somewhere in this position here. Just helps you run across here or dart across. We'll have some little opening in the bed here. Something like that. Oakley dokley. Right, save again. I reckon this deserves a rug. I really like the rug in the bathroom. I'm going to go and get the bathroom rug because we can expand it. I just kind of liked using these fence posts and what they ended up doing. I think a rug like this would look good in there. We'll take this little rug into the bedroom for now. And as I say, we'll make it a lot bigger. But you're going to have some kind of rug that's going to be in here in the middle of the room. Yeah. Maybe they got a deal with on blue rugs, you know? But some kind of rug, it could have that edging all the way around or something, but like something in the middle of the room, which is good. And then, so let's have a look at this. We've kind of got, we're going to have, obviously you're going to get in and out through the bathroom or through the vents or whatnot. We've got this kind of run here. I think this might do where even if there's not much here, that's fine. We've got places to go. We've got the big bed. We've got all of this lot. So this is going to keep, if players are messing about in here or in here, it's going to keep them close. We've got to get the PG sign up, which might go above the bed or something like that. The question is what do we have here? If we've got this door on, you normally wouldn't put too much on here. But this is where, wasn't there a shoe rack? Oh, a shoe rack. Sorry, my sinuses are killing me right now. Oh, let me have another sip of this thing. How big was that shoe rack? The thin shoe rack is in Jen's. We're not going to be able to put shoes on it, I'm sure. But let's still have a look at this. It's half a block out, which means it will go all the way to here. The only thing I wanted to do in this room, and I'm kind of tempted to do on this wall, is to knock this out and have let me just go to a few houses and just have a look about a second. You see these? They're just embedded in a wall. We obviously don't want it. I'm only thinking of a block, a single big, and I'm only thinking of a double door. But I'm thinking, couldn't you put in some kind of closet door in there? Do you know what I mean? Oh, maybe I should make the big ass TV. No, let's not do that. You know, all the bedrooms are always fairly basic. Side tables, beds. But these are the main things. And you've also got these poles that you could put, you know, like a hanging rack. Did Jim send me the build? No, I've not had a DM from him. Oh, of course. Oh, that's the weapons rack. No, at the beginning of the stream, Angel Eyes came in and said he sent you the build, or he said he sent you the build. The only thing I've got was the box that he sent last night. I haven't had any extra stuff sent to me. So I doubt he emailed it, did he? He wouldn't have emailed it in his Discord. I'll go and check. thephysicsgames@gmail.com. No, he didn't. So I'm thinking of this kind of thing. I'd like to find a bedroom with a single one. Here we go. So this kind of deal. Sometimes they put these kind of shelves, just an empty one of those shelves. We could have an empty one of those shelves on there. But I'm thinking this. I'm thinking we could do that. We could have one of those on there. But I'm just thinking of like a little door going into an extra little bit. Let's take all of this. Let's take all of this over. We'll bung this on here for now. If you squeeze me, I just pasted that. Then I pressed X. There we go. So I'm kind of thinking of something like that on this wall over here. I don't know. What do you think? We could make a little closet schnick inside. I know this makes this a slightly bigger POI. But I like the idea of there being a door. And then if you had that door inside, that might help you get into the rafters bit. The lower half of this rafters. Give us an excuse to do that. We could also just put a plain box thing like this to the side, rather than completely go mental on the shoe rack. Or put a plain box. We could put a shoe rack here, and we could put a plain box here. So I'm thinking a block away, 2120. Some kind of in the, yeah. Well, when I put the boat in there, I really like the idea. It looked really cool. It's just finding the miniature builds. Do you know what I mean? Like you could, like on here or something, or on a table, you could have your, or here we could like do, why don't we do like somebody making a miniature build on this table? So there's like a paintbrush or paint pots or stuff, glue, and you could encase in glass, but it could be work in progress. So there could be like a partially built house on this desk, and it's kind of like the project that's going on. You know what I mean? When people make miniatures, and you could have like little kind of miniature people standing around, you know, like models, like armor. They don't have the armor stands yet, do they? No, the whatchamacallit, what are they called? The mannequins. So you have like a little person on here. So it's like a little doll's house. And then you just take some kind of random house. Like you take Jen's house in the thing. You remove part of the roof. And there could be like a little, do you know what I mean? Like in the drawer, you could have like spares. So you could have like, I don't know. No, we could make the drawer come up higher, or put them in a box or something, and there could be some little people in there. If we were to go to gens, and we were to take, I don't know, a model house. Might need to find something smaller. But if we could make it look like they were building a model house, like we move things up apart, we'll certainly have to get rid of this mud. Well, this is just me messing for now, but then you've got the little house, and if things weren't fully made, then, you know, you could have it where people could look out the window or whatever. I don't know. Something to think about. Something to think about for sure. But for now, I think that we should be taking this out to start with. This by 20 by 40. Boom. J. Boom. Now I'm going to make the door first. If I can successfully make the door, yeah, coach. I don't know. I think this might be too big. This one, we might have to make a smaller one. But some kind of doll's house, but a doll's house that you could fight from and exit as well might be good. Which would be kind of cool. But we can take loads of items out of it. Like we could literally like take the roof off. Like so. Like if we have the right size house, if we take the roof off and then oh god, undo. Take the roof off and place the roof on the other side on the ground. Right, come on, let me just do this. Control C, kill. Right. Because you've almost got the opportunity to have something like this, you know, and then you've kind of got the little doll's house. But we could make a proper doll's house. Oh, there are small POIs. I just used gens just because I was like, want to see the relative size. But yeah, we just take a really small POI, even if it was 2-tier. We could almost, I'm just thinking of my sister's dollhouse when she was a kid. Don't you just like rip the face off it just so you can see the different levels? You know, and you can play in it. Now you literally take the face off the house, tidy it up, bam, you got a doll's house. And that would save having to like make the story of it being a build and there has to be paint pots and everything. We just simply get a house and we just put a doll's house somewhere. We literally put another table down. We get another table of these, shove another table down, put a doll's house in, job done. Do Dijon. Would Dijon fit in here? Dijon would fit. Do you know what? I'm gonna come on. Shall we? Dijon. I just want to see what it skyscraper. Oh, they got some cool skyscrapers. I know you're joking. I'm not. I'm not, mate. I'm not. I want to see what it looks like. I wonder if it's even pasteable without breaking my PC. I'll have to do bedroom. Look at it. We would have to. How high does it go? Oh my god, it's way taller. It's way taller. Oh no, it's not because it's. No, that is from the ground. Okay. We're not going to paste it because it would destroy everything. But my god, it's quite a big POI, isn't it? It goes all the way up here. So that'll be like the floor area. And then there's the tower on top. Holy moly. That is a beast. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. But yeah, we can find a little house. You know, one of those, there's going to be a doll's house and we just need something that's pretty. Okay, so can we, just without getting too distracted, can we make this door here? Now, we could make it open. That might be actually more fun. I don't think we can quite have it at this angle here. But, or we could have it closed. I think closed might be better. I think closed might be better because then I will be able to knock a hole in it and it will cut down the distance between seeing people. So it's just we've got these interesting slats. So let's say this is, let's put the old block down. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Right. So this is 2.5 high. And that is 3. That's only 2. And that's bound to be 2.5 again. So working on the basis that that will make it a complete ball ache to make 2.5. Can we get thin slats that are... Well, how long have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slats over 12, 13, 14. 8 over 14. That's not going to happen. So we need slats. We might have to do fewer slats. But what do we have that could make slats? Plate. It'd be nice to have something that slopes over only half a block. So something that slopes just half. The plate diagonal slate, you know, this, the plate diagonal is over Let's do this properly. That's over one block, but this is thin. I want something that goes from this point here to this point here. So I need it more slappy. Like these wedges, like this wedge tip filler. Oh, it's got a filler on it, but that's good. That's good. There's the straight up. Bam, bam, yes, ma'am. Oh, it's got a doobry on the bottom of it. There's no doobry on the bottom of it there, is there? And there's a doobry on the bottom of it. Oh, it's the way they make it. But there's still... Yeah, that's a poor show. Is there a weird filler that fills in that bottom bit? There's gonna have to be a filler that fills in that bottom bit. Filler. Slope plate filler. That is a beast. That fills it. So let's just go by numbers to start with. If if we made this 2 instead of 2.5. Yeah, I know because it's not a matter of doing this. This is not what we're trying to do. Maybe that weird one that I saw might be useful. What did I search for? I searched for plates. Did they have ones with a piece of gumph on the other side? Because I said, I'm trying to get them to overlap. So there's that one. Here's a full incline on this inside. We've got this version of it as well. Okay. So what's better? That's just... I just wondered if we could have this block with an extra bit coming down. I don't think we will. Yeah, with an extra bit coming down. I think this one's better. They look the same, but this one's got the extra doobry. Well, it just gives us, depends which side we want it, basically. If we want to offset it. That seems a right palaver. Anyway. Hold on. If this had a bit that went further down, it would then overlap with everything. That's more likely how we're going to get the overlap. So we had the trim. I shouldn't really get rid of that trim. I should keep whatever trim it was. Oh, blimey, I've lost the piece now, haven't I? Filler. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that filler, which we could use. I just wondered if there was this fill, but it... Ah. But is there... Yeah. It would have to be this block with a small piece on this side. I don't think it's not going to be there. You know, just sometimes you get these ones which have two pieces on them. I just wondered if there might be. It's a real long shot. They would have had to need it for something or other. But maybe, again, I'm looking at it too crazily. Maybe one of these two things is just going to be good enough. It's going to be good enough for this. So, do they have these in halves? Again, I don't know. So we'll stick with this one here. This one is the easiest one to work with. So this one here, they do have halves, but they don't have the top half. We're looking for really this half at the top, which is this, and it's offset, or this. Okay. That's still not going to work, because if we want to have 2.5 blocks, we would need one of these with a half block underneath, which we're not going to get. So therefore, we're just going to have to deal with the full blocks. Yeah, because there is... Yeah, that's fine. There isn't a half block with one of these things just happen to be jutting out of the top. No, that's okay. Don't complicate it. Don't complicate it. Right, let's get our half block standard and see if we can get this going. Would that be half block or would that be full block? I think it would be full block. So let's just do it 3. And then let's take said easier ones. And let's see what it looks like if I do. I know it needs an edge, but let's just do that from here to here, say. Boom. Now we would need a block up here. This is a block thick. So we would need to go up here, and we decided that the height of the actual deals, is going to be, if that's 2, 5, so that's 12 in total. 12. But we're going to make it 14 because we're not going to do 2.5 here. So we're going to make it 14 high. And then we're going to have 1 block, 1 block, 1 block, 1 block. Okay. But that's without putting a trim around the actual thing itself. So we're going to go here to here, which is 15 high. Oh my God, I have pasted it completely correctly. That's going to go here. That's going to go here. And then in the middle, if that's 20, it's going to be there, there, and there, all the way to there. That's what it's going to look like. I don't think that's too bad. Put a trim block on here so we've got a gap between, or even just get ourselves a 3/4, maybe in wood. Get ourselves a 3/4. thus giving us a gap to shoot through. Pew, pew, pew. Well, I think it's a good first attempt anyway. Then I think this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is longer. And this is, forgetting the trim at the moment, we're going to still make this 3 and then fill it up. So, if we do a bit of symmetry, I'm going to put 2 on here. And hopefully, we're just going to be able to raise this up. Raise me up. Boom. We've got our 3 on there. We're going to take this. We're going to go down a bit. We're going to go down, down, down. Boom. And then, is that going to be a 3 or a 2 in the middle? Oh, that's a whopper in the middle. That's a whopper with a knob. It's a whopper with a knob. That's okay. We can whopper it. We're going to boink that up. And then we're going to boink that down. Boom. Like so. And we've got a whopper with a knob. We get this all in pine, and then we put a double strip all the way around. That actually comes out one as well. Oh, it's got a little notch in there. A little notch and then 1.5. Okay, that's dead simple. That's still 2, but it's got an extra notch. And the notch kind of goes behind here. Okay. Let's paint this up. Looking all right. I know we've got inside bits to do, but that's okay. We've got that kind of deal. So, let's go and save ourselves a little bit. Oh, let's go and get another door. That does look really quite weird, but it's the door. It's the door. What's it called? Why is it so difficult? Don't tell me it's a natural block, is it? The door de the cabinet. Pink tool cabinet door. Oh, come on. It's not a cabinet door, is it? Armoire door. Nope. Cabinet door. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Why have I picked an armoire door again? Oh my golly gosh. What type of blooming door is it? This, a closet door. One requires a closet door. Bam. Get another one down here. Okay, so the closet door sits. That one is above it. That is worth 1 all the way around, is it? Or is that a half? That's a half. Okay. So let's get a half. And let's put a half, a width of 2 all the way around it. Like so. Lovely jubbly. All right. And then on the other side, we're going to have, I do believe we're going to have something approximating to a lubrification. And then maybe it won't make too much difference for us because we're going to, no, we'll do it anyway. It's going to have a quarter on here. Here to here. It's got like a notchy thing going on. Let's go and have a look. There's the notchy thing going on. I think realistically that notchy thing is going right up against it. Like so. So killthetrim.com. Boom. If I kill that, go from here to probably up here for now. And then have a look at the back. That goes all the way up and then it just hits block. Okay. Okey dokey. From there. Yeah. 2 there. Boom, boom. And then this just hits a block. And that doesn't matter too much because we are going to fill in the walls. We're not going to fill in the wall there. We're going to fill in the wall here. Like so. And then here. All the way to here. Come on, be my friend. There we go. And then we're going to fill that in to that. And then all of a sudden, we actually have some slatted door action. I don't know. It's an idea. Yeah, I should go to sleep, but not tired. I slept during the day, which was stupid. But I was tired. You go to work now, dude. No, I will sleep in a bit. You're right.
Read the chat.
The chat. Oh, what? Thank you. Sorry, I'm so engrossed in this. Welcome, Iceberg SE. What's a PvP POI? We need a little song every time we're going to do the tour. Okay. Are you still there, mate? Because if you're there, sorry I missed you on that first thing. Welcome to the chat. Please send a message saying you're there. And if you are, I will give you the tour. I will give you the very brief but fun tour. So Iceberg, you would love the tour. You change your colour. Okay, you'd love the tour. Right. Okay. One moment, please. Hello. Welcome. It all started a long time ago. And basically, I don't know how old you are, but when I was in my 20s, Counter-Strike was a mod for Half-Life. And lots of people used to play mouse maps, PvP mouse maps, where you were a little mouse running around with mouse holes in the walls and things like that. And we thought it might be nice, and we've played this to make a kitchen. CS_kitchen, as it was called in those days. But like, we've made a kitchen, but we've made it 20 times the scale in 7 Days to Die. And you run around. We've played this. It's great. I've released. It's so much fun. You remember them. Good. So just imagine 7 Days to Die, but you are, you are this big, and you're running around, and everyone's got, you know, rifles and sniper rifles, and you're trying to find each other. And you can literally, we are not joking, you can go in cupboards, you can go in ovens, you can go anywhere you want, including the super wash dishwasher and the fridge itself. You can go inside all of these things, even the old dishwasher, the old top loader, American top loader, all of that lot. You can run around and fight, and you can go into weird places, hidden little sections, and shoot people, and there's just a lot going on, basically. So that was what it started with. Okay, you can, and as I say, in all these POIs you can get in the walls. So PvP, player versus player, POI, point of interest. This you can plonk on a map, and you can, I've set it up so people spawn and get guns and all kind of looks things. So there are no, this is what we're doing some play testing very, very soon. In the next couple of weeks, if you're over in Discord and you want to try it out, we're going to be doing some play testing on a server. It's all server side only and stuff, but it does work. We don't want people to hide. We want people to actually kind of, you know, run about and shoot. So, but it's good fun. It's good fun. So that started with the kitchen, and now it's developed into 6 different POIs. And they're going to be connected through the doors. And so there's going to be 3 different maps in order to play PvP. Now, the kitchen is going to be connected to the lounge, or as I call it, or the sitting room. And in the sitting room, here it is here. We've got a large sitting room. You could get inside the actual, you know, get entangled in the springs and everything. But basically, you're shooting across the room and hiding in the trees, and hiding behind the TV and stuff like that. Yeah, this was the second of the maps as such. So these 2 connect together through the doors, and they kind of like make a single POI. You know, I keep thinking I need to put an extra door in here or something like that. But anyway, forget that for now. And then came along the idea of doing a trader. So then we thought, well, we've got to get the trader in here, and this is Jen. Traders will be part of this. So here is the trader / medical room. This is the door to the outside. The future generation, the one we're preparing, is going to be something akin to grounded style. So there's going to be a whole outside kind of deal. But basically, this is Jen's kind of little area. And you can get inside the water cooler and all of this kind of stuff. But importantly, there's this door here that says private, and this leads to the second POI that goes in with this, and this is going to be the storage room for her. But there's a story in the storage room. Sorry about this. I don't know why my mod is suddenly not hiding these blocks. Something's gone a bit weird here, but we'll deal with that later. These are kind of like hidden structural blocks that that's a bit weird actually, the way they've appeared. Anyway, don't worry. That's something for me to worry about later. But she's got a little secret. Jen has trapped Wrecked in here. And so her storage room is not just your good old storage room. Again, ignore the blue. There's a workbench. There's all the bits. This is taken from Farm 01, Jericho's farm, where they have this kind of like blockage and everything. There's a nice little chest in here. But of course, there is Wrecked inside. So you can be a little mouse and kind of stare at him and just get annoyed with him. You can go inside these boxes and have a sandwich and stuff like that. But there's, it's a whole fighting things. Mind blown. Trust me, it's taken me a long time. And then we're doing, the one you just saw was the bedroom, which links to the bathroom. So that's the third map. I'm going to discard any changes in here because I'm not quite sure what is going on with that map right now. And this is the bathroom. And the bathroom again has, the medical supplies and, just stuff, blinds in here and stuff. You're walking through the walls and you're kind of coming out of here and you're kind of jumping around and you're walking around the edge of the maps and stuff like this. Having a look at the books and, just running around trying to kind of like find those kills as such. The mod includes, the invisible blocks, a bit of a higher jump, so you can jump 3 blocks and stuff. You don't break your legs. You use less stamina. There's a special pair of boots you wear. All this kind of stuff. You kind of like, you start off and the idea is you're going to be able to pick a class and then you can like decide if you're going to be sniper or machine gunner or something like that. But basically, this is what we've created, yeah. And this bathroom as such, this door here, is going to link to the bedroom, which is we're doing here. They've all got tweaks to be made, but they all need to be play tested. So we're kind of like messing around. I'm thinking in here, you see, I'm going to have a little closet room. And in the little closet room, it's going to have something because it's going to be linked with the fact that we've got a slopey roof. So hopefully we might be able to get into the slopey roof. I don't know. It depends how adventurous I feel. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's what we're building. We're thinking of having a doll's house. So we're going to get a small house and kind of cut the front off it. And there you go. That's what we're up to at the moment. Iceberg. We're just we're messing around. All of these that have been built, 50 built this one and level 50 built this one. And you can see it's empty inside. So we're going to be able to, make and break. So once everything's in there, I do things like make little, mouse holes and breakages. Whoops a daisy. If I could just get little things like this so you can crawl in and move from one section to the other. But the whole idea is when we were play testing it, people, I'm going to do something about this because you can't now jump onto there easy. People were, kind of crawling about and you'd look. And the thing is you're looking for a player, but you don't notice someone just poking out of this one and then bam, headshot, you're done. And it did play very well. So we've played the kitchen and the lounge. We played both of those independently. And the gameplay, to be honest, it was good. It was good. It didn't feel over the top or anything. So I haven't played much PvP in 7 days, but it's not even built for PvP. That's the issue. That's why standard PvP sucks. But because we're modifying it so you don't break your legs and all this kind of deal. Suddenly the whole kind of mouse idea, good jump on the rope. The whole little mouse idea kind of works quite well. And that's the idea. Was finding enemies, wondering if it might be too much space. Could you create storms in certain areas if there's not enough players to find? Yeah, and suddenly you've got the old, can we close in the ring and everything? That would be lovely, the thing is, in order to do that, you're changing kind of like more than just some XML. And it was important to me that someone could download this and stick it on a server and say, look, if you want to play PvP, we can play PvP. The moment you have to have a mod that everyone has to have on their machine, it means that people can't jump on. Do you know what I mean? So everything that we're doing here has to be server-side only, because I don't want to limit people's ability to go in. And you want people to jump in. You want to say like, oh, yeah, we're running the server PvP mode at this time. And then everyone knows to jump in. And no one has to go, oh, but I don't know how to install the mod, or it's not working for me, or what version do I have? No, just boom, get in the game, jobs are good. That's the idea anyway. So yeah, this is kind of where we got to. I don't know. We got a closet deal. It looks okay, I suppose. I don't really like the paint job, but it's very difficult in 7 Days to Die. We might just make a white one like this one. Why don't we do that? Why would we not just have a white one of these? Because it might look too much, but this white could be a different kind of white. Yeah, we might do something like that. The thing is, the textures are just naff in this game. Absolutely awful. So I end up painting everything about 100 times, trying to kind of get the best kind of deals here. But eventually we get there. But yeah, that's what we've been doing a lot of. Just making these things. Now, I made the first couple ones a year ago, or something like that. And then it's just been a matter of too busy. But, you know, it's summertime. I'm going to be making some more videos on YouTube. But I'm halfway through one. I've been spent most of the day making one. But yeah, we're just kind of I'm getting the ball back rolling. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, blooming hell. Thank you for the follow. And iceberg. I've just pressed undo and my whole machine has crashed. We're about to see 7 Days to Die being happy. But thank you for the follow. Yes, please. Oh, there we go. It did it. Oh, it's still not letting me move my... There we go. Oh, shadows have gone crazy, but we can fix that. Yeah, so just keep an eye on it. And of course, where are you? You're over on Twitch-a-rooney. There's links to the Discord below. So what the plan is, this is going to be on a server in about, I don't know actually. It might have to be, it's in a week or two, or maybe in 3 weeks after I've come back from a little holiday. We're gonna be running this on a server. In fact, I'll put it on a server before I go away anyway, just so people can play test it and give it a go. Because we're just looking for like where the glitches are and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know, that could work. This could work. In fact, I could take this color here and sort out the edges, but then that's the same as this. We could find something else that's a bit white, concrete white. Yeah, we might do an edge on this. That might look good. Something different just to make it look cool. And then that's it. So a bit of PvP. Our whole idea is I don't expect many people to use it, but it means that I could do it. How does skill points work? Will you spawn with lots of points? No. Basically, you will spawn with a pair of boots. Excuse my lack of clothes here. But you'll spawn with the mouse mat boots, which will then give you the ability to jump 3 high, and again, fix your stamina and no breaking of legs. Let me just quickly save this and then reload it to get rid of all the ghastly shadows. There we go. And then I think I'm going to do it where you kind of like pick a class. You get one of those books that picks a class, and then you get sniper rifle and sniper bullets and all this kind of stuff. It's difficult in the sense of you've got to kind of have somebody obviously with admin privileges if you need it. But then we found that if you gave somebody like 2 stacks of bullets and a sniper rifle, they're not firing off because you're being so sneaky. You know, like your little mouse. Some people like running. I quite like running about and then stopping for a bit and then running about. Some people like camp a little bit. We did consider, didn't we, 50, having some kind of like camping mechanism where you... Sorry, I do have a little bit of a sinus headache at the moment. Some kind of deal where if you stop for too long, then it penalises you. They are going to reload slower, and bows are going to be unplayable. Bows you're not going to use on here. We kind of put everyone on sniper. It is, but then that's part of it. So, for example, if I got a sniper, if you give everyone... we can also change the guns so it has a different range. Now, this is a range damage of 113. If I got... The idea is to limit people. This got a range damage of 111. So if I give myself... oops, a daisy. If I give myself a tier 6 and it's got 124... Now, 124, this is 100 by 100. 124 is basically going to get me all the way across. And if you give everyone a scope that is not like the best, but let's say a tier, times 4 modify, the idea is for it not to be easy, but for it to be a bit of a challenge, you know, and you're reloading, but what you're not doing is setting off loads of bullets. You're in a position where you're kind of looking and someone pokes their head out and then you're kind of like trying to bam, you know, I want everyone to be equalized and limited. And from our playtesting so far, it's been okay. It has been good. In the sense of, you know, you start off and you're like, oh, okay, and you're shooting randomly. And also the other thing is if when I shoot, then I'm kind of giving up my position because you've got that, you know, especially in these places, if you put a trader in here, like in some of them are going to have traders standing here. And the moment you've got a trader standing here, of course, it gives you your position away because the trader, if I'm standing over here, then the trader is looking over at me. And if I end up want to go over here, then he's going to be constantly looking. If I get too near, there he goes. He's now looking at me. So there's also the giveaway of that, which is going to be interesting. So that's the idea. But in the end, they do, you know, what we've had like, I don't know, maybe we've had like 6 people on a map and it's been quite interesting. And then even later when people were leaving on a longer stream when we did it, I think we had like 2 or 3 people. I think we had 2. One person was AFK. And it was okay. As long as you say to each other when there's only two of you, right, we have to be in this room. You know what I mean? So you're not, you know, and no camping, keep walking about and that kind of thing. Well, there's little rubbish bins and you can jump through them and you can come in and out of mouse holes. These will be repositioned so they're blocked by this, that kind of stuff. You got to kind of like have a bit of rules. You know, you don't want... I kind of was working on having yellow flooring and you're not allowed to shoot when on the yellow flooring because it would be, or shoot anyone on the yellow flooring and trying to block it so people have an opportunity to join the map. Because you've got to kind of decide and say, right, I'm going to go in the map. And the moment you go across this boundary, if you just stand here, there could be somebody here. So I try and block this line of sight, let's say, or what I do is you come in and you've got to run. And there'll be a hole in the mattress here and you'll be able to kind of like get yourself out of the way. And of course, when people have played it a bit and they've learnt the maps, you get better at them and the game progresses. So yeah, no spawn camping. You've got to give people a chance to enjoy the map. So, but then that's all about the build, isn't it? So that's how they've progressed over time. We've kind of moved where you enter, and of course the spawn points of the map, we can specifically say where you spawn, the exact X, Y, Z coordinates. So we can have people spawn in safer zones and stuff like that. So we were thinking, because you've got the old Twitch deals, so there's already built into the game the bit where, what was it? It's the no stopping one. What's that? What's it called? Let's have a quick dance off. Huh? Haven't you got a dance now, mate? I want to see some dancing. Maybe it's dance. Oh. I would have thought you would have started dancing now. Bang, ding, 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 ding. Oh well. Maybe not in this mode. But there's the one where if you stop, it starts to affect your health. And I can't remember what that's called. Yeah, this is the integration. This is the game events here. I was just trying to... I wonder if I save this now. Well, I can't play the game. I'd have to place the trader down and all this lot. I can't be bothered to do that right now. But yeah, that's the idea. I don't think we're going to have a trader in this room. We're going to have Jen in her trader area. We're going to have Wrecked imprisoned. I think that's probably all we're going to have. You know what I mean? We could put one elsewhere, but the idea is this Jen, and she doesn't like Wrecked. Stand still. Is that it? It's just we're not in a game. So stand. Or is it still? Buff, stay still. This one. Yeah. Now, of course, it's not. I'm not being affected because I'm not actually playing the game. I could quickly play test the game. We'll try it out and have a look. We're not going to get Wrecked in because all I've done is I've spawned Wrecked in, but I could still spawn him in again. But yeah, so I haven't set any spawn points or anything on this one at all yet, so I don't know quite where we're going to be. Oh no, it's in a playtest, isn't it? So we'll be outside it. But you kind of start off, we've done it so you start off like here. You start off outside physically in the world. I think I might box people in, so there's like a welcome to the thing, you know, rules on the board and all this kind of stuff. And then you kind of come into, you know, so everything's laid out. Now this here, obviously my settings right now have made it a bit darker and I've just hurt my leg from doing something. We've got to mess with the lighting and work all that out, but I've got a mod for that as well, but I'm going to use that. If I go to my mouse boots and I wear those, now of course in game I can fall and I don't break my legs. I can also jump higher and that kind of thing. Let's put a Wrecked in here, shall we? Or we can put anyone we want. We're going to get a let's get a Joel. Let's get a Joel. So we'll have a Joel. Hey up, mate. You right? There's Joel. Hello. You right? Yeah. Smoking a cigar. We were going to get Joel in there because I've got a cigar in the kitchen, so I might put him in the kitchen. Did you hear that? I'm wearing my boots. I don't know why it made sound. But yes, so if I go still, buff stay still, and I go dance off as well, we can dance about. For me, I'm waiting for the actual effect to come in. Is it 18 seconds worth? Why am I not hurting? Do 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 do. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's gone. So it wasn't affecting me. I don't know if that's the right one. I think that's the buff to have to stay still. Yeah. Moving. That'll do it. Moving. Buff keep moving. Right, so now here I am. And I can keep moving. If I stop, then I start to hurt. Now, what I could do is lower how much it hurts you, just so it doesn't kick your ass. It depends how much I can edit the buff. If I don't know, I haven't looked at it. But if I can do that, if I can delay how long you can stay still, and if I can like make it 1 health point every 10 seconds or something, then potentially I could use this in game, and it would stop people completely camping. Could it be like magical chairs with both of them, or green light, red light? Yeah. What do you mean? Green light, red light. Yes. So you could. I like that idea. Yeah, you could. Well, we could make Squid Game in this. Just make them. That would be kind of cool if we could, but that might take a bit more programming. But yeah, this is the idea anyway. I don't know. The lighting is so weird in this game. You know what I mean? It's so weird, but it makes it interesting. You know, because the light's allowed to come through at this time of day, but lighting this room is very difficult because I can't put. Excuse me, sorry. Oh yeah, now I've stood on something and I don't have any structural blocks on here, so now it's going to fall apart. This will be. I better stay over here. It's a bit safer. Lighting. I can't just put lights up, because even if lights at max distance is only like 15 or 20 blocks, so I can't put lights up. I can't put a light and illuminate a corner of the room because the map's just too big. So the whole idea is it is a little bit darker in here, which again makes it a bit more difficult. I think realistically you've got to tell everyone to put their brightness up full, and if they put their brightness up full, then the game's playable. But again, that can be in the room with all the rules. You can say, look, this is what you have to do to play the game. We expect you to put your brightness up to max, etc., etc., etc. And then, you know, there you go. This is the game. So anyway, so you had a bit of a big tour there. But I like the idea, yeah, Squid Game would be funny. Make one block that breaks and one that doesn't. They could do the glass tower, the glass bridge. It'd be kind of silly. But we do have another player versus player non-killing game idea, a challenge idea that's coming up very soon. Is that dark all day? No, it's not dark all day. I want it to be 7 a.m. This is the time it's going to be set. Games are going to be played at 7 a.m. because I think that's the best lighting, because we can utilize this bit of light that comes through the window. It looks good, but you can see that the clock's ticking, which is interesting. Why it's ticking? Because I know why. Basically, there's ways to do it, but the problem is playtest sucks. All right, in this game, playtest sucks. The settings for my playtest in this game are based on whatever I did last time I entered the game. So if I make a new game, because that was only playtest, if I make a new game, I don't know, let's just have a look at like something that I've been working on. If I set this now, I've added in here time paused. So if I do this, it should remember these settings for next time I go into playtest. It totally sucks. And this is one of the other projects we're working on. These are the maps I'll be releasing in the next few days. Hopefully in the next 2 days, before my kids come back here, because they take up loads of my time. And these are the mega city maps. Or not, this isn't the mega, this is the, yeah, this isn't the massive cities, this is the mega cities. So the light seeps through the walls in this game. The light is a right pain. It's a complete nightmare. So let me get myself off screen for a bit, just so you can see the full map. Yeah, let's go and check out what this is. What do you mean? Which ones? Those files to be saved? No way to just read only the files. For the darkness, for the light. Now that's the kind of world information. Oh, when you don't want them to be edited. Well, they're not edited in game. You only edit them if you apply a mod to it. So here we have an 8K city. So the entire map, which is 8K by 8K, is just a city. Which I've made before in Alpha 20, well, in Alpha 21. And then lots of people have started doing the same things, but yeah, I've been messing around with this and doing a few bits and bobs with it and trying to work out how to con the game into do multi-traders. I've been doing a bit of work on this. But yeah, this is what we're doing. As you can see, the time at the top, time is not moving. The time is completely paused. Oh, this is a great game. On a server, this is hilarious. Because, you know, you might want to do a bit of a smaller map on a server. Depends how much you pay for your server. But I run these on servers and it works okay. And basically, I don't know where we're going to go. Let's go somewhere where it's actually green over this side. Maybe down here. No. It's so massive. Let's go over here. Is this green? No. It looks green, but it's not. Let's go the other side. I thought green must be in the top corner on this map. I know it's in the top corner on this map. Yes. Okay. So you kind of start off in the green zone and it changes from biome to biome. All the normal thing. And this trader's hidden in and around the place. And just imagine, yeah, so you walk in, game is on. You've got absolutely unlimited amount of POIs to play. Then it's this particular version of it is done like a cartwheel. So it goes from green to burnt to desert to snow to wasteland. And you just kind of progress through in a clockwork. I've got lots of different versions of it and all this kind of stuff coming up. But yeah, you could play a no quest challenge on that. You could do, if you want to do a no quest challenge, then I can mix traders up, because if you can do that properly. In fact, I might do that because I can make the maps and mix the traders up all over the map. And so you can have all the traders and all the biomes, but it does break the current progression deal, and you're not giving any quests. So maybe that I could make those maps. I have made those maps, and then they could just be a no quest challenge style. Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree or agree with you as such. I don't mind playing the challenges with people and stuff. It's fine. But to be honest, there is nothing like playing this game, especially if the Fun Pimps do some of the changes that they said they're going to do to bring back that survival 4. I love the idea of spawning here and then going, I have to survive. And then forget the damn traders as such, although they're useful for a bit of food. You know, literally start off and think, oh my God, what's happened? The zombies are here. I'm going to have to survive. Ow, they hurt. And then the game's on. You know, put feral sense on, get insane on here. And, you know, just imagine, you know, waking up and going, what the hell? And then, you know, opening your car and thinking, oh my God, I better take some of these things and, you know, think, should I go in this POI? You know what I mean? And, you know, okay, maybe not the best one to start off with, but you know what I mean? Just play the game. Just go and explore. Exactly. That's what I loved. Yes. Just that Walking Dead feeling, just like, this is what I've got. Yeah, basically. And you could have like unlimited cities. You don't have to have unlimited cities. I do have the mod. I did write the mod that does massive cities. So it makes great big cities that looks like, I can show you this because I'm making a video that mentions it. And I took a screenshot or I took a little video of it anyway. Let me just find that for you, rather than me boot up the mod and all this kind of business. Name in here. I don't know which video it's going to be though. It might just be easier for me to boot up my editing software and just show you that bit of the video. But basically, yeah, I've got a mod that will turn the generation in game to make proper big cities, and then you can do what you're asking for, which is, you know, absolutely, you know, just walk about, but have a bit of things. Sorry, I'm just looking for a video right now. That is video 1915-18. Okay, 1915-18, 1955-18. Here we go. So you can generate a world, and if you want lots of towns, give yourself a bit of a few. As long as you have lots of planes, you can do what you want, and then basically generate a map. And that map's going to look something, yeah, it's going to look like this, where you have your different zones, but you have massive cities in there. So this is the kind of the maps that my mod produce in game, which is, you know, kind of useful, because then you've got that Walking Dead style. You spawn somewhere around here. There's going to be some lone POIs and stuff. Bunny says we've done no trader. Bunny's over on YouTube right now. Says I've done no trader challenges and no crafting challenges. I miss the random world generation and not knowing which traders are where. I hate the changes. Yes. So the moment I mess with putting traders in different places, which I can't, well, I have done it with mods in game, but that's it. They're not going to have any inventory, so you can't use
The chat.
Oh, I'm not showing that. Oh, I'm not showing that. Sorry, I apologize. Thank you, 50. One moment, please. Bing. Here we go. Let me just make that a bit bigger for you. So this is a video showing the mod. I'll show it to you again. You just do your normal little thing. You type in your world seed if you've got them. This is the massive city mod now. So this the mega city, the full map thing is made with a different program called Terragon. But if you generate something and you have like lots and lots of planes, basically what you're going to do is you're going to produce this kind of map where you have lots and lots of cities. So this is your kind of Walking Dead feel, where you've kind of got spaces in between them, but they're just absolutely huge. You know what I mean? So that's the idea there. So I've got a mod for that as well. There we go. Right, let me get rid of that now. Not needed. Not needed. Boop, 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 boop. Monitor. Bing. There we go. So there's that one. So, but I've got a whole bunch of these are coming out on Nexus mods very soon. So, yeah, if you use Nexus mods, or if you go to our Discord, or if you go to Nexus mod, you'll find these things there. But yeah, that's what we're up to at the moment. All good. But as I start messing around, it's now 2 a.m. and I do need to go to bed. It's 2 a.m. here in the UK, and I'm pretty damn tired. So there's the link to the Discord. I don't know if there's did I make one for Nexus? No, I didn't make one for Nexus mods. Oh well. Let me just quickly get one of them. I'm trying to find them. I don't know how to get a link to that. But anyway, on Nexus mods, you can always, it only gives me a link to my own thing, but oh, that's a bit annoying. Oh, my profile, boom. How about that? Does that work? Yes. Yes, it does. Boom. So if you go to Nexus Mod, then you can end up finding all the different bits and bobs, all the links and everything. And there's a button to click on mods, and you can see all the mods I've made. So, bit of fun. Anyway, we have tonight, at least, we have created the 6th and final POI required to kind of complete the mouse map journey part 1. So we've got the 6 that are going to become 3 things together. There's a bit more building on that bedroom, so that'll be something else I will continue in the next stream. But basically, we're there. We're there. We've got a lot going on. I think this looks kind of cool. I've just got to build a little bit around the side there. Let's get that little bit of paint job done just there. Paint job, boom, ba boom, boom, ba boom. There we go, looking lovely. But yeah, we make a little room in here. A little room in here just to kind of, you know, make it look pretty. I don't quite know what we're going to be doing for the floor here. We shall see. But there we go. It's coming on slowly but surely, and it's going to be a bit of a beast of some maps. But yeah, no, cheers, Bunny. So yeah, keep an eye out. We are going to be playtesting these soon. In fact, maybe that is another job I've got to do this weekend. Set up the old server. If I'm going to buy a month, I've only got a month until I go back to work, so I better get it sorted. But anyway, thank you everyone tonight. We're pretty much sorted. Let me just get myself into a position. I think we're going to have to deal with these walls here as well. We're going to have some kind of artwork on the wall. Something a bit interesting that methinks. You know what I mean? Not quite sure what I'm going to do there. I think the truth of it is instead of over on Twitch raiding, I think I'm just going to go to bed because it is 2 o'clock and I'm losing my mind. So thank you, 50, for modding. Even whilst at work, he's modding all the way. Iceberg, lovely to meet you. Bunny, thank you for being here. Numpty came in a little chat. Outer South at the beginning as well. Sweet Cheeses too. I can see Owen hiding in the background. Thanks for the alert, along with Lilith. Just all good stuff. All good stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tour. Yes, we will do some playtesting very soon. As I say, just make sure you are available on the Discord because that's where everything's going to be posted about servers and all that kind of stuff. But looking good. We're getting there. Stuff to do. Let me just press the old button and appear back. See, it's a bit weird. I've had to change my contrast levels because my green screen wasn't working very well. It works really well when I up the intensity here, but there's my ugly face. My ugly face is tired. It's 2 a.m. What am I going to say? I'm going to say